In a world where superheroes don spandex and capes, our Supreme Court justices don black robes and wield the power of gavels. And now, they're considering giving former President Trump something even Iron Man couldn't get his hands on: immunity. In the grand courtroom of justice, the question of presidential immunity is being fiercely debated. The Supreme Court is considering whether to cloak Trump in a shield of immunity, protecting him from prosecution for actions taken while in office. This isn't just about one man's fate, but a precedent that could ripple through future presidencies. On one side, conservative justices, akin to the Hulk in their unwavering stance, lean towards safeguarding Trump. They argue that actions taken in the official capacity of the presidency should be shielded from criminal charges. On the other side, liberal justices, much like Captain America, stand for accountability and are skeptical of such broad immunity. Even Justice Amy Coney Barrett, the Black Widow of the bench, is questioning the extent of this proposed immunity. So, will our robed Avengers grant the golden immunity gauntlet to Trump or not? Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion. Presidential immunity. It sounds like a fantastic perk, right? Like having a get-out-of-jail-free card or a lifetime supply of chocolate. But it's a double-edged sword, folks. On one hand, we're looking at a potential delay of a trial that's already been wound tighter than a violin string. On the other, we're talking about an impact on a federal election interference case that's as complex as a three-dimensional chess game. And then there's the public opinion. According to a poll by Ipsos and Politico magazine, about 24% of Republicans believe presidents should have a monopoly-style get-out-of-jail-free card. Meanwhile, only 3% of Democrats seem to share this sentiment. It's like watching a football match where one team wants to play by rugby rules. Now here's a fun thought. If presidential immunity did come with a lifetime supply of chocolate, would more people be on board? It's food for thought, isn't it? But remember, too much of anything, even chocolate, can leave a bitter aftertaste. So if presidential immunity did come with a lifetime supply of chocolate, would more people be on board? We'll never know. Now, let's wrap this up with a bow, or should we say a judge's robe. We've navigated through the epic saga of robed Avengers and gauntlets of immunity, and now we're staring down the double-edged sword of presidential accountability. The Supreme Court's decision or lack thereof could set a precedent that would echo down the corridors of power for years to come. Imagine, if you will, a world where every president on their last day in office makes a beeline for the Supreme Court. They're not there for a farewell tour, oh no. They're there to pick up their shiny new immunity gauntlet. They've heard that it's the latest must-have accessory. It's more than a fashion statement. It's a get-out-of-jail-free card. Quite the retirement package, don't you think? Now, we're not saying that this is what's going to happen, but the decision could potentially open the door to a future where presidential accountability becomes a mere footnote in the annals of history, rather than a pillar of democracy. And there you have it, folks. If immunity is granted, we might just see a line of past, present, and future presidents outside the Supreme Court, hoping to get their hands on their own immunity gauntlet. Now, wouldn't that be a sight for sore eyes? Until next time, keep your gavels high and your robes pressed.